talking so much about how we need, okay, now I'm live on YouTube as well, how we need more aerial threats. And she's like, it's fine. Lily Real is playing well. And she's staying home a little more today. She's not getting up the field as much. I think that's intentional. This is an initiation match. Agreed. Rose looks fast. Rose looks phenomenal. I would not have known she had ankle surgery ever, let alone recently. So losing it over another coffee goal. I know. I like it so much because with the little celebration, she's endeared herself to the fan base. And I think she's been such an underrated player for such a long time. I've gotten, I think literally for years now, I've gotten questions about Sam Coffey and why she's starting or why she's good. And I'm like, y'all, she's very, very good. It's just that we had the Julie Ertz playing that position before. Real has to get better with some of her passes, kind of sloppy. I agree. But I think she's been, she reads the run of play pretty well. So we'll give her some time. There's not a lot of other folks who want to play that position. Coffee looks so surprised every time she scores. We're obsessed. I know. I love it. Good night for the U.S. The men are actually winning too. I know. I've got them still going down here. Pretty fun half. Congrats to Claire. Not much to be upset about beyond a handful of bad turnovers. Completely agree. I think Heitema's getting a little more space between my two center backs than I would like, especially given this is a striker that's been struggling in the NWSL of late. Something to consider. But I also don't think this is my favorite center back pairing. What do they say about the oxygen thing we mentioned in the humidity? Ooh, I don't remember. I'm sorry. Enjoying the pace, missing the final touch for the goals. Agreed. But you know what? We're up 2 over a good team. Can't be too upset about that. Thought Lynn can do better. I think, Lynn had, 1 to 2 she should have finished. I do think, in hindsight, starting Lynn and trying to get that stretching going, it makes sense because they're not going to pack it back, right? They've actually got a line that's playing kind of high. I don't think I'd call it quite a high line, but it's higher. So having Lynn in there to keep them honest is, I think, pretty smart. Oh, they had oxygen masks or something for recovery. I usually set at altitude. I guess you could do that. What do you think the U.S. will change? Nothing until the 65th or so. Let's see. Cooper's defense is chef's kiss. She's great. I like her a lot. I think she's had a really successful camp. She has moved up the depth chart. Absolutely. I expect to see her in there. Let's see. Really happy for Claire Hutton. First goal's been coming for a while. She's had a great camp. This has been her breakout camp. I think she's been fantastic. Could not have had a better camp for Claire Hutton. I think if you are a Hal Hirschfeld stan, then this is nightmare fuel. Good luck. Hi, Casey. Do you know if we pay teams to come play us while we never go to Canada? I don't actually know that. That is something I would have to look into. I don't think we pay them to do it. We're just like, amazing. Thank you for being here. It would be nice if we did a revenue share with them, just given, we actually sell stuff. That'd be pretty good. Let's see. Heitema is dangerous. Yeah, she's looked it. Alyssa isn't getting much play down her side, but she works her tail off on defense. Yeah, that left side has not been where the ball has been coming through as much today. Cooper is cooking Lawrence. Agreed. And that's not an easy task. I thought she looked great. What do I think of Dickie so far? I think she's done a really nice job with what she's had to do, and at least she's got stuff to do. Whose bright idea was it to have the men and the women play at the same time? I agree. Because, I've got Gold Cup up right here. And then when I've got them both on the multi-view, because YouTube TV lets us do multi-views that are a little more custom now, which is great. But then it's small and I can't really see what's going on. So anyway, Moultrie looks lost on the field sometimes. Agreed, but she ain't out there now, so we ain't got to worry about it. Let's see. This is the real Volkswagen halftime show. Thank you. Appreciate you. Hutton over Heaps, different positions. At the 6, yeah. I don't ever want to see Heaps at the 6. Good God. I think Alyssa should be more selfish. I think she could be. Who am I subbing in? I'm not subbing anybody in right now. I want to see one of the other center backs, but I don't like subbing in center backs. I don't think it's ill-advised, but it's also a friendly, so you could do it. Has anyone disappointed me in these friendlies? Sam's. It's you had your moment and you didn't take it. That was a bummer. Let's see. How do I feel about Cooper? I think Cooper's done well. Rose needs a goal. Why not? Give everybody a goal. Why no Tara, do you think? I don't know. I think she really wanted to play. Emma Hayes likes to play her strongest perceived lineup available. And against the strongest opponent, right? So I'm not surprised that happened against Canada. And rightfully so. I do think Germa and Sonic currently are her strongest available center back pairing. I think that could stop being the case if she'd let other people play with Naomi Girma more. But here we are. Beating Canada right after Canada Day and before the 4th of July is too funny. I always forget they have that day. I love watching Cooper abuse Lawrence. Lowell. Yeah, Cooper's been great. I love her physicality. Expectations for the second half, I think more of the same. I don't really see how Canada gets back in this, if I'm being brutally honest. I just don't think that they, I don't know what they adjust. I don't know what other personnel they're going to bring on. They could freshen up some of the attack, I guess, but they're not getting a lot in the midfield to send the balls through to Heidema. Their outside backs are some of the folks who are supposed to be doing a lot, and they're being extremely well contained by Alyssa Thompson and Michelle Cooper right now. I don't know what you got if you're Canada. So midfield so fluid without Heaps. It is and it isn't. Okay, so this is not a Heaps comment, actually. This is just a comment about what's happening now. I will say the one thing that I think makes me nervy and that Canada could probably do better is, hey, Root Beer. Sorry, y'all. Root Beer wants to join. Would be, there's a big gap between the 10 and then your double pivot right now. There's a lot of space in there, and I think there's some room there if Canada can kind of break that initial press to get in there and then play balls through to Heidema. So who's my NWSL team? I am an ACFC fan. U.S. work rate is excellent. Agreed. Sentinor. I'm always happy to see her on the field. I thought that she had a pretty good camp so far. I don't think this game is for her. Frankly, I'd rather give Sears a shot at the 9, frankly, over Sentinor in this game. I know what Sentinor can do. I just don't think this is her best use case. Hey, Riley, how's it going? Let's see. Leon would be dangerous. Yeah, you could put her. She's always dangerous and an additional threat. I'd be curious to see her get in there and put a little bit more pressure on some of our outside backs. Lynn's touches always frustrate me. Yeah. They've been a little off tonight. Rose over Lindsay at the 10. For me, yes, but that means Rose has to be healthy and not on a minutes restriction. And I don't think you'll see that. Leon versus Real would be interesting. I'd like to see it. Root Beer agrees about Sears. That's the thing. We just want to listen. Root Beer would like to see Emma Sears play the 9. He's been telling me about it all week. Actually, he's always like, "When are we going to see Emma Sears play the 9?" Sony's thoughts. Ghost. I didn't notice her at all, really. Hazer Blacko, very funny. Oh, another Pug Mom, amazing. Yes, and shout out Shea Butter. If you don't already have your merch, you got to get your merch. Don't play out the back. Sorry, I'll do it again for YouTube. Don't play out the back. You got to have your shirt. So, want to see Sears after Sunday. Yeah, I'd like to see her too. Like I said, I don't know that I need to see her out wide. All right. Dunkin' Donuts or Tim Hortons? I have no strong opinions on this as a California person. No strong opinion. Why can't we see Tiernan play the 9? Because she's not good enough yet. I'm sorry. She's just not good enough yet. She's scoring goals. She's going to have to be but when you've got some of the things that are not quite there yet, that she's got not quite there yet, you need to be undeniable at this point. You have to be scoring so much that you are there's no choice but to throw you in there. Chris Wondolowski on the men's side is kind of the comp I think of, where nobody can really explain it. The guy just scored goals. So, but he was undeniable, so and then of course we saw what happened with him. So yeah, she'll get to that point, perhaps, potentially. I was trying to say both those words at the same time. Would you take Davidson over Sonnet and center back if healthy? Yes, absolutely, not a close call. Did you see Claire Hutton's halftime interview? She seems so mature. I did not, but that's consistent with what I've seen for her otherwise. Oh, how does it feel to be a mister? Oh, you all. This has been the longest day. By the way, that was with someone's assistant, who then, after I corrected her and said Ms., said, it's not like you spell your name with a K, lol. And I said, it's not like that's Casey with a K or something. I assumed it was not meant for me, but it was a mistake reply all. And I was just basically this is rude. And she's like, no, I did mean it for you. And I was like, okay, amazing. And then her boss apologized to me, but not that you asked. All right. Dickey was good except for the turnover. I think Dickey's been fine. It's been a good performance. Does Davidson make the team if she comes back healthy, or are there other contenders for her spot? I think that thus far, if she comes back healthy, it's her spot. I have not seen anybody doing anything that will, displace. How did USWNT here do? Worth watching the game back. It's not worth watching the game back. She was great. I would not watch the game back. That game was luggage. Svendis is very good. She was the best player in that game by far. But don't waste your time. When do you think we'll see Trin again? Like at the national team or back with the Spirit? I think she's getting closer to being back. Sorry, y'all. My dogs are starting to bark. Robin and Cooper battle for the spot will be fun. I think Cooper's good. I think Trinity's better. Assuming Trinity's healthy, I don't think it's a battle. That's Trin's spot. Svendis needed help. Yeah, she did. Do you think Tiernan will eventually get a call out to the senior camp? If she keeps it going, potentially. Oh, Ryan, well, thank you. I love my pugs, too. Pugs telling you the game is coming back on. Okay, is that accurate? If that is accurate, then I will go do that. Are they coming back out? Would you consider Jenna Nighswonger out? Yes, at this point I would. Do I think Swanson is coming back? Probably. Was I excited to see the Chloe Kelly sighting today? Yes. Best news ever to wake up to. I mean, there's probably better news, but it was, as an Arsenal supporter, that was pretty good. I would have been shocked if she wasn't coming back, but it was good to see. Do you think Emma was wrong to jump Kruger so soon? No, I do not. I think if you were betting on a nearly 37-year-old center, outside back rather being available for you, that's a mistake. You can bet on it for center back, but not for outside back. Okay, we're back. All right, I will see you all post-match. Follow or subscribe or whatever if you haven't already. Let's fucking go. Okay, and YouTube, I say bye to you second. Oh, did she just score already? Oh, shit. All right.